Storage unit. This kind of has stuff from before I met my girlfriend, and a lot of media items when we moved. Again, it's filled up. This is the small one. I am going to be trying to get this thing less full and possibly combine. I have another one that's bigger, but it's more empty, and putting them all into that one. There's a lot. And there you go. If I find something really cool, I will show you. But yeah, this is the unit.
Alright, so this is how it looked after I left. And this is a picture of the truck with everything loaded up. The cab also had some stuff in it. I think I have about possibly 2 more trips to go. I really want to get this one cleaned out, but the weather is tough right now. So I'm just going to go next into the stuff I pulled from storage that I'm trying to list. Sometimes, when I do pull from storage, there is a bunch of randomness, and then not all the items will get listed, but I'm trying here.
Took a bunch of items out of our storage unit, and I kind of just wanted to show you some stuff that I pulled out. There's just a ton. We've been buying and selling media since 2018. Trying to clear out the unit just because it's costing a lot to keep it. And so these are some of the items that I thought, hey, maybe I can get some of these listed. Before I thought, these weren't good, or I just didn't have time for them, or I had different thoughts of items back then. Sometimes I got this in lots. Sometimes I just acquired, and then like DVDs and CDs, they're too scratched. Or, I bought something the next weekend and these just got to the afterburner. So, first off, we have this book here. The Gods Themselves, a novel by Isaac Asimov. He does pretty good. We just sold a paperback of his the other day. I do have this Casablanca VHS. It is a CBS Fox, so I don't really see that version as much. That's why I threw it in there. Leaving Las Vegas, if you know this movie, Nicolas Cage, he's like all messed up, strung out. It's Christmas time, so I just saw this Christmas movie, The House Without a Christmas Tree. Article 99, I've never came across this since. And so it's like, hey, that must be a kind of rare movie. Rare doesn't exactly mean worth money, but there you go. Same with this Brian Dennehy movie, The Last of the Finest. I remember finding this and thought it was very cool. Tales from the Creep Course. And something I just kept. Treat Williams, Extreme Limits. He kind of does a lot of more B movies. I do have no idea where this came from. Lies and Illusions. Blu-ray. There is a bin of like movies in here. Shining Through. I just grabbed this because I saw it was a screener. So sometimes a screener can sell for a little bit more. It's like this Pepsi Taco Bell thing. No idea. We have a Johnny Cash cassette. A John Lee Hooker. I know like blues can do pretty good, so this is like someone made this version of Song of the South. I don't think it's worth much though. This is back when we used to send VHS to Amazon. So as you can see, I sent it back. At the end, I just had them destroy the items instead of sending them back. But yeah. Let me see here some more. We have Alice in Wonderland. I'm not going to go through every single one of these. Carmen La Forenata. We do have this Red Hot Chili Peppers VHS. Again, this is one we sent to Amazon. And then you can see some here. Black Knight, Mr. Deeds, Into the Wild. We do have a double movie here. Hostage and Setup. I want to say Hostage has does it have Ben Foster in it? Yeah, he's like psycho in this movie. There's actually more Blu-rays in here than I remember. After Earth. Joe. I think it's like Nicolas Cage, yeah. The Forsaken. I have no idea, but it's probably too scratched to list at the time, but we do resurface them now when needed, and that has changed a lot of stuff here. Couldn't really even tell right there. There's this camera here, which before I used to buy everything, and it's Minolta. I have no idea though about it. I used to find them and I would buy them if they were like $1 or $2. I see Pee-wee's. I saw this, which is weird, black cobra. And then when I opened it up, there was 2 of them in there, and they look very cheaply made. Pee-wee's, Everly, Atomic Blonde, Penguin's Curse. We do have this like Blue Thunder and Stealth. The Terror Collection, which we've had before and it hasn't sold. It's like the newer version of The Shining and a newer version of Salem's Lot, so probably not too interested in those. Some weird stuff. What is this? Jib Jab. Blind Dog one here I saw. New skills for blind dogs. What else? This was a video game, Inquisition. So yeah, I just grabbed this bin because I saw some decent looking DVDs, I guess. So let me just move this real quick. This one was more of, I was trying to actually pick and choose what I was grabbing. So we have this BB King. It does have a crack on the case, which is kind of annoying. John Coltrane Gold Collection. There you go. The Classic Crime. So a long time ago, when we're just ending the run on Amazon, we bought a $20 lot of CDs, and it was kind of like music from, you know, the mid 2000s to the late 2000s, and it was a lot of like alternative music, but a lot of them were scratched. So then I kind of just sent most of them to the storage unit, and I just didn't deal with them. And I have pulled some out. They've been kind of, you know, split apart, this and that. Warrior of Justice, I was looking at this too. It's that cheap made one, but it's in a PS2 case, so that's different. I'm going to change the case and keep that one. This was in here, Champions of Norath. Again, these were too scratched before, so I wouldn't even mess with them. My old Xbox remote. I did find Red Dead Revolver, I think is what it is, or Red Dead Redemption. Can't remember the name. I wanted to play it. I haven't played it for a very long time. Used to play those games in the 2000s and like the early 2010s, but I stopped playing video games mostly. So Detroit Lions, they're doing really good. And there we go, we got Barry Sanders. Again, this one got sent in. I was a crazy man back then. Wii Sports Resort, that usually sells pretty good. SpongeBob, again, these are ones I would buy at yard sales, and then I would take them home and be like, I can't work with this. The Song of Bernadette. So this is a movie my dad used to always put on like randomly. He's like watching AMC or something back in like the 90s. And I believe it's like a true story. So there you go. If you know this movie, pretty good movie. What year is this movie made? 1943. So a while back, you know, my mom, miss her and everything, but I said, hey, look, I found this movie, and it was that one, and she watched it with my grandma. They both passed now, but yeah, I said, hey, watch this, and they watched it, and they liked it. The Trip to Bountiful, I do see this as an NBC release, but just a movie I would not normally list. There's a guy from Blank Check, Home Alone. We have a Casper's First Christmas. Only got it because it's Christmas. These cartoons tapes can be very light. Came across this American Psycho, and had sold this recently, and I was surprised about it's worth like 15 to 20 bucks. I would not think that movie had that much money on it. We have this Pretty in Pink. I feel like this is an earlier version release, and yeah, it's an early version release, so I thought that could help it. Late Consequence. Billy Zane is in here. And this is like a screener thing. So we have an older release of The Terminator. Just a movie I don't know, with Brendan Fraser. Still Breathing. And it is a blockbuster, previous blockbuster release or rental, 1999. What else we got in here? We got a cassette here, Midnight Jazz. So I said blues, jazz, those tapes tend to do decent. Final Analysis with Richard Gere. Addicted to Love. We have Meg Ryan and Matthew Broderick and Kelly Preston. What else is in here? Oh, this book. Wasn't too sure. It does have Scarlet Letter and Red Badge of Courage. Someone might be interested. It's probably worth $5. Pathology. Sounded interesting. It does have Alyssa Milano kind of probably towards the end of her run of being in movies. Speechless with Michael Keaton. We do have NBA Street. This one does alright. I feel like I would find these all the time. I used to play a lot of NBA Street. The Tear It Down. Not sure about that movie. No Secrets. Beauty, Brain, Rebel, and Killer. Sounds could be interesting. What else is in here? The Killer Elite. There we go. James Caan. We have Fantastic Four on Xbox. What else do we got here? Memories of Me with Billy Crystal. Don't really see many Billy Crystal movies that aren't City Slickers. A tribute to Roy Orbison. I used to like the song Pretty Woman. Alone in the Dark. You know, we had sold this movie and someone returned it and said it was in rough shape, so I don't remember if it actually was. One Crazy Summer. We've sold that movie numerous times. This is an earlier release of it, though. And Herman Hesse, Beneath the Wheel. So yeah, that's what we pulled out of the storage. Some decent items. Gonna get some of them up, but there you go.